Hello and welcome to another episode of Arriving in Finland. And in this video, we're going to talk about what Finns do in their spare time. It is important to know what you can do other than studies in Finland. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make your life easier and I'm going to tell you 7 things what Finns do in their leisure time. So, let's go. By the way, if you are thinking what I'm doing here out in the open rather than sitting inside the room and recording videos for you, basically the weather is nice and you can see the greenery and the calmness. So I was compelled to come out. And apart from that, today is my free time. It's my leisure time. So what I'm doing my favorite thing, and I'm doing a bit of reading. Nowadays, I'm reading this book. It is good for the management student and it tells you a lot about leadership, kind of a user manual for human enterprise and stuff. Apart from that, I'm also studying this book, which is the history of Mughals in India. So in your spare time, I do read books. So why I'm talking about the books? So by the way, why I'm talking about books, because this is the number one activity Finns do. Yes, they read a lot of books. I'm not talking about the course book. I'm talking about books other than the course book. Research was conducted by Kantar in 2018, and the results shows 56% of the Finns love to read books. So that's their number one activity in their leisure time, in their spare time. Amazing. We guys don't even study the course book as well, right? So they read a lot of books. And there is a reason behind it. Let me take you in some details of that. In fact, in Finland, we have 738 libraries. On top of that, 140 mobile libraries. So that makes about 878. If you look at the population of Finland, which is about 5.5 million, so this means the per capita library, if we try to find out. So for every 6,300 people, there is one library available. Mobile libraries are very amazing because they stop at the predetermined places once a week, and they provide opportunity to use library for those people who cannot access the regular libraries. So in nutshell, guys, Finns love to read books and they read a lot of books. Apart from reading, you can walk because the scenery is beautiful, calmness all around. So you put your sports gear on and start walking. Just walking and brisk walking, simply walking, walking with dog, walking alone, walk with friends, walk with relatives, or simply walk. The interesting thing is, weather does not affect much. It does not matter it is summer, it does not matter it is winter. So Finns love to walk irrespective of the weather. Now I also started walking in winter. Trust me, it's great. You can use some support if you like. There are some special sticks available, and if you use them, then your walk will be called Nordic walk. Yeah, they do have a word for that. That is Nordic walk. Number 3 is exercising in nature. They love to do an exercise in nature. For example, they run for some time and then there are spots available where you can do some push-ups and some basic exercises. So Finns love to do exercises in nature. Number 4 is traveling. Traveling can be divided into 2 categories, traveling abroad and traveling within Finland. As per the survey which I mentioned earlier, 36% of the people love to travel abroad while 31% travel within Finland. So what they do in that time, they spend time in their summer cottages, obviously around the lakes, and there are many lakes in Finland, as I tell you before. If you haven't seen that, I have made one video around our lake, Lake Saimaa. The link is here, you can check that. And apart from that, they go the country from south to north. Yes, they do go to their north. Just think of that. They are in the north already in the globe, but they still go to the farthest of north. I mean the Lapland. Lappi, they call it in their language. It's such a nice place. One should go there, and that's a dream come true. I would strongly advise you to go to Lapland as well. You will remember that for years. Number 5 is solving crosswords. 32% of the Finns, they love to solve the crosswords. I don't know what they get out of it, but they just love it. I've seen myself, many Finnish people. Ideally, I've seen older people, like let's say 45 plus or 40. They are just sitting on one corner with the newspaper and they just love to solve that. I have seen it quite many times in quite many places. Yeah, they like it. They like those puzzles and crosswords and all that. That's what they like, man. That's how they spend their time. Number 6 is they cook as a hobby. You know, they make cooking as a hobby. They go to the lakeside, do barbecues very often, and then they, try to catch fish, and they try to make smoked fish. Apart from that, they do cooking sometime at home too, but not regularly, because Finns are not that great cook. They are not known for their cooking skills around the world. They are known for other things. They might be known for sauna and other things. But yeah, they do cooking as a hobby. And as per the survey I was mentioning, 25% of them select that they like to do cooking in their spare time. Number 7 is gardening. They love taking care of their home, their lawns, because they love greenery and they try to have it as much as they can. Particularly in the spring and summer season, you might see Finns actually taking a day off from work, or just spending that time, a whole day dedicated for their lawns and stuff. So they love gardening, they love decorating their home, and that is another nice way to spend your spare time. So that's what it is Finns do in their spare time. And yes, if you're thinking why I didn't include sauna and beer in that list, why? Because this is the part of their life. This is their routine matter. That is their usual affair. Like they do sauna like a routine activity. It's not something which they choose over one activity or another. For example, they go to gym, then they have a sauna session. They go to swimming, afterwards they have a sauna session. When they build homes, first they build sauna, then they build the rest of the home. So doing sauna in Finland is just a routine matter. It's very casual. So that's why I didn't include that. And same goes with the beer. In their teenagers, they drink beer a lot. Even afterwards, they drink a lot. So I was more focused with the things which they choose on other activities. And that was the list we have. Alright, so one last thing before I leave you for today, and that is about food. I have a strong recommendation for one restaurant called Peshawar Restaurant. It's in Helsinki. You can go there and spice up your life, because in Finland you wouldn't find too much spicy food all the time. Now why I'm saying that, because Harry Kamarainen, who is actually the Finnish ambassador for South Asia, visited the restaurant last week and he posted something on Twitter and it was loved by many. You can just check it out, and I hope you're gonna have good time there. By the way guys, if you like this video and you want to see more cool stuff like that, do subscribe and like the channel. I'll see you around. Take care. Bye-bye.